Welcome to Mermaid Love Tarot for your 5-part weekly bundle reading. I'm a counselor, a 2-time award-winning actress, and tarot reader. Enjoy your reading.
Hello Libra, welcome back to Mermaid Love Tarot. Greetings from New York. My name is Priscilla and I am not just any tarot reader. You're probably wondering why I say that. I say that because I have over 2,000 videos that show that I predict the cards and the cards come out. All right, you guys, it is not coincidence, it's consistency. One time, okay, you know, it could be a coincidence, but over 2,000 times, no longer a coincidence. So I welcome you to my channel. Thank you to those who have been hyping my videos, liking, subscribing, and all that good stuff. All right, we begin with your angel answers, whatever questions you might have on your mind. The first answer is no. Now, depending on the question, that could be good or not so good. And a no does not last forever. Okay, and we also have communicate clearly. Maybe you guys haven't been getting what you want because you're not communicating exactly what you want. It's like when we pray, right? And if we ask for a brand new job, we are sometimes not specific with God, with the divine, with the universe, with your guides on what exactly you want in a new job, right? So you have to be specific. I want a job that's close to home, that pays me more, that I'm going to be happy in, that's not so toxic. Whatever that might be, that is what you ask for. Okay, you guys, at the end of the video, before I even get to that, I've noticed in my analytics that you guys are not staying to the end of the video. Remember that when you are watching a video, it's not about just what resonates, it's about what's in the future. So if you're only here to look for what resonates, you miss out on all the other messages because here I do 5 parts. It's called a bundle reading. I check energies, I check tarot, love, money, career, oracle messages, initials, extras, astrological signs. So you miss out. Remember that you need to know what's to come, right? So if you don't do that, you're going to miss out on a lot of things. At the end of the video, I leave the same, not the same travel, the egg ritual video for you to cleanse your energies, along with a video for those of you who are trying to find work. Okay, when I did that ritual, I got 7 interviews and got hired without even having to interview. That is how potent, all right? And my testimony is also on my channel. But for you guys are going to have to watch it with English subtitles because I only recorded it in Spanish. It is very tiring to record in 2 languages. Also, if you want more messages, I've already posted every reading for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius in Spanish. So you can go check that out with English subtitles. In terms of checking your energy when it comes to love, I also use this cup to channel messages. Okay, it says, what you ignore eventually defines you. Stuffing it down doesn't make it disappear. It makes it louder. What you avoid becomes what controls you. Face it, feel it, free it. Okay, you need to look in the mirror. If there's something you need to face, it's time for you to face it and communicate it clearly. Okay, not with mumbo jumbo, but clearly. All right, we are going to continue to check your other messages. What do we have for Libra? All right, you have the number 25 and you have the ring, commitment, contracts, union. All right, some of you may be getting proposed to. And this is by a new person that you're going to meet. Some of you can be with a person that you're with, but this has also a lot to do with committing, contracts to a house, coming together with people, celebrating. We might see the 3 of Cups or the 3 of Pentacles when we do tarot. We might also see the Sun, the Star, the 6 of Wands. Okay, the 2 of Cups, the Lovers, the 4 of Wands, and the 10 of Cups. Okay, I feel like if you haven't been in a harmonious moment in your life, things begin to clear and it starts to get there. All right, if you are in a breakup with a person, if you have not been talking to each other for a while, this person may have reflected a lot and is now coming to you much stronger and proposing to you. All right, find inner peace. Peace isn't found outside, it's cultivated within. Create stillness in your mind and in your soul, okay? Connect with spirit more. We might see the Hierophant, we might see the High Priestess. All right, you guys, so try and connect. You may have been a little bit distant because a lot of the time we lose faith, okay? And so sometimes that is not, you know, what we want. And things begin to fall apart when you're not vibrating high. They're also giving me that if you guys have kids, If you have not done like that monthly, not monthly, but every 6 months check up to the doctor, you should. Okay, you should make sure that they are eating healthy, that you're checking in at them. Be careful if you go to like a water park, you take them to the playground. Be careful that they don't trip and fall, because I'm seeing somebody trip and fall and crying. If they have a nanny, the nanny may not tell you, or somebody that babysits you may not tell you that your child fell. All right, they might hide it from you, but ask those questions. Was everything okay at the park today? Did anything happen today? All right, I'm just putting it out there. It may have already happened. It may be in the process of happening. But because I channel and I'm very intuitive, I cannot keep that to myself. Also, there's, I feel like I'm saying this directly to somebody. If you're out in the streets and you're wearing flip-flops, that flip-flop might break, okay? It might come off the 2 little hinges on the side. So be careful with that. Also, if you are cooking, they're giving me like oil splattering. Be careful with that as well. Cover your pot, stay away. All right. It's particularly like if you have like a fan in the kitchen that's on and you know your stove is on, you know, the fire may blow different ways. So be careful with that. All right. These are channel messages. All right. We are moving with tarot. I've already called the cards. We might also see the 9 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. I feel like you need a little bit of rest, a little bit of moment to pray. What do we have? Strong message. 2 more messages, please, for the collective of Libra. Please show me the most strongest message. Thank you. That is what I love. You guys, I don't take the cards, so you can forward them. Hello guys, this is just a small interruption to let you know that my webpage is now live. And you can now book your reading at www.mermaidlovetarot.com. For a very low cost, you'll be able to get your general reading. I offer a lot of services, and also consider becoming a member of the channel where I post exclusive videos as well as answer tarot questions when I go live for all of my members. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Continue to help me grow. I am nothing without you. Let's continue your reading. As I shuffle, but I don't recommend, as I just said to you, for you to skip the 5 parts because you miss out on what's to come. Knight of Cups. There might be somebody coming into your life that is going to love you like no one else loved you. All right, but he is a knight. Okay, so he might be the type to be here, there, and everywhere, and until he finally anchors. So if you see that is that kind of person, and he's giving you or she's giving you much more attention that they would not normally give you, it's because they are beginning to feel more strongly for you. This might be the person who asks you to marry them. This might be the person who engages, all right, who proposes to you. When this proposal happens, you might take a little bit of moment to think about it, okay? I think that you are going to say yes, but because of the past experience, you're a little hesitant. Of course, you're not going to embarrass this person when they propose, because, you know, I think you have a feeling, or somebody is going to let you know that this is going to happen, and you're going to have a lot of time to think things through. But like I said, I don't see you saying no. Also, if you have been procrastinating in certain things, and finding a job and saying, okay, I'll do it next week. I'll fix the kitchen next week. I'll clean my closet next week. They're telling you to go ahead and do it. All right. Because with the Empress, you might be feeling like you want to change the way that you dress. All right. You may also be having a conversation with a mother. You may be having a conversation with your children about school, because school is coming. You're already trying to prep them for behavior. And I see you sitting down with them, maybe at like a park, at a McDonald's, or like on a date with your child, okay? And if that is not something that you do, they're telling you to try and spend more time with your children. Go out, you know, for lunch, take them out, do a one-on-one, particularly if this is your daughter. Perhaps take her out like on a spa day if they're of age, right? I work with children and I'm a school counselor, and so I know. What do we have? Okay, we're not gonna do the shadows yet. I'm also getting that some of you may be planning a trip and you're not sure if you should do it in August or if you should do it in September. Because you're kind of contemplating, is it cheaper in August or is it cheaper in September? It usually is cheaper in September because the kids go back to school and nobody is really traveling. 3 more for Libra, please. And I know that Libra struggles with decision making. So, yeah, just take your time, hang for a minute, right? That might be the decision that you need to like stop for a minute and just hang and gather more information, okay? But always communicate clearly, no matter any area of your life. If you're booking a ticket, communicate clearly what you want, what tours you want, right? That's just an example. All right, with the Ten of Swords, I think I might have mentioned the Ten of Swords. There's something that just is going to move away from your life. It's not something that is going to make you sad. It's actually going to make you happy because you wanted this. But in the past, you were a lot in your head about it. You were asking the divine for help, like, how should I move with this? What should I do? Do I leave? Do I stay? I just feel like if you are away from somebody, they come back with a proposal. Or you might meet somebody that in a few months proposes to you. And I'm giving it 6 months. Write that down. All right. With the Three of Swords, you may have felt like you hit rock bottom. Okay. You may have been like in a really bad mood. And you have been slowly like recovering back to the way that you are. You may be also looking through a lot of papers. You may be looking for some information at work, at home, something that maybe you have misplaced. You also may want for your opinion to be heard. You may be dealing with somebody who's younger than you, because we have the Page of Pentacles. You might have a younger supervisor and you want to speak up about the way that you feel, about the way that things are going at work. Maybe you may not be happy with regards to something. What is in the shadows? All right, Justice. Where am I judging myself too harshly? All right, so in other words, self-care. Do not be too hard on yourself, because then you begin to vibrate very, very low and you cannot attract. All right, give me a second, you guys, because I need to check something quickly. All right, 1 second, you guys. Okay, thank you so much for your patience. We are moving on to money and career. Some of you may be like heading towards having something that's your personal brand. All right, and it says here, build your personal brand, define your unique value proposition, showcase your skills online, and network strategically to enhance your professional image. All right, you may have a business and you might want to change the way that your business looks, but that may also mean your own image, right? Your own personal image. You might want to buy new clothes, get a haircut, change your style of work, even the way that you work. All right, what else do we have? And it says foresight. Pay attention to things that are important to ensure wealth. Be farsighted and alert. All right, so be alert of your surroundings, of the people that you work with, of your own motives and the motive of others, right? Because sometimes it's not like we can trust everybody. What else do we have for Libra? And then you have laborer. Your hard work will pay off soon. Keep going. Careers in construction, maintenance, painting, or any type of labor. This might be something that might be your career. Some of you may be changing career. Hard work is key. What lasts will never come easily. Okay, so yeah, so keep working. Maybe you need to change the branding of your business, make it more attractive so that you can attract more people. They're giving me. All right, maybe change your colors of your logo. They're giving me that strongly. All right, we are moving on to love. It says, don't put up with my BS. Yeah, there was somebody who knew that, you were too good to them. And they literally know that somehow they may have taken advantage of you. All right, and this might be a person that you really do not want to go back with. All right, so take it as it resonates. There is a lot of you, okay? I am open for personal readings. You can visit my website at www.mermaidlovetarot to book your reading, learn a little bit more about my history, and see the evidence of how I predict the cards. The proof is in the pudding. Police station, all right? This person might end up in the police. Some of you may be needing to file a police report. This person has been harassing you and your children. Some of you may already be with a new person, and that's what's pissing them off. All right? So, there might be people driving by your house, making sure that you're okay. You may just be seeking help. Take it as it resonates. All right, you deserve the best. All right, so yeah. So you don't need to put up with crap. All right, do not settle. All right, because there's something better. There's something in your life, or blessing that's coming towards you that wants to give you more. All right, we are moving on to oracle messages. What do we have for Libra? Rest and heal. I said that to you from the beginning. All right, that's why I call the Four of Swords, because I felt, once again, I'm not just any tarot reader, I felt like you needed to rest. But aside from resting, you need to pray while you rest. All right, this also connects to the Hangman energy and what we saw in checking your energies, right, and finding your peace, right, taking a moment to isolate yourself for a little bit and just, you know, be with yourself. Okay, there's no one better than yourself. All right, and then we have embracing happiness. The life you desire begins with a single choice, choosing joy. As you let go of the belief that happiness is beyond your reach, you awaken to the truth. You were not born to suffer, but to experience love, beauty, and creativity. All right, you guys, this is what you are going to be experiencing soon, right? Once the universe aligns you with the things that you will be receiving. And for initials, they give me the name Mary, Maria, Mariella, the name Robert, and the name Thomas. All right, these might be initials of people, nicknames, places, things that might be significant to you. All right, here we have Gemini energy, Cancer. We have all the signs. And for more signs, we have Taurus, Earth, Leo, fire, and Aries, fire. Strong fire energy in your reading. All right, you guys, thank you so much. This has been your reading. One love. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hype the video. Come back. All right, I might be going live tonight. So I may be answering free tarot questions. Take care. One love, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.